Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Hola, Felipe. Good, good. Yeah, exactly. I mean, going out on a stop loss, that's just part of the process. Just make sure that you journal it and try to understand if you actually set a proper stop loss or it was just like a random area on your chart. Hey, Salman. Hello, Patrick, Austin. What's up, Luke? Hola, Gabi. Hello, Kevin. Hey, Shoki. How you doing, guys? I hope you had a great weekend. Um, I actually had a great weekend, let me tell you. Hello, Evans. I had, I'm gonna host a niece for a few months here at my house. She just came for to reinforce English as a second language. She's taking a break between high school and college. So this week, my two sisters they came here to my house and they spent the weekend, like preparing everything, like school supplies, all that stuff. So it was a great weekend, this one. So very happy, very happy. A lot of family joy today. So I just hope that you had a really nice weekend, a really nice weekend for you. All right, guys, let me see if we can start. If we can already start. Not sure how many people we are right now. Hey Chen, how you doing? Just just confirming. You can see my screen and you can hear me well, right? Hi Sina. All right. Okay. Hello Francine. So today is Astros Day, Space City. I'm not a super fan of baseball, but well, that's the locals team. All right, guys. So let me show you everything I did. Today I took three trades. Two on SPY, one on QQQ, one it was a break-even trade. The other was a small win, and the other one was a small loss. But I ended red on the day. Uh, but the very small red, like $250, something like that. Anyways, I'm happy about my execution. I think I was patient with my setups. I think I executed well. I cut out my trades on my stop loss. So I'm gonna show you everything that I was watching, everything that I took, and you let me know what you did. All right. So let's start with SPY. I really like SPY. Not sure if you were watching, if you were following the indices and Tesla. I think today hit like 430 or something like that, or 420. So indices were pushing higher like crazy, right? So right now we are in all-time highs. So I was watching this one here, right? Like I mean, we started to the upside here. Sorry about my picture. All right, so we started to the upside here. We came back for today's opening price, and then we squeezed the price. We took this. Let me show you something. Right now, I have a lot of lines here, but they all are round numbers, half numbers. All right, I started at 659. 5950, 60, 6050, 61, 60, 6150, 62. All right. So why? Because we are in all-time high, so we don't have any reference, right? So I was watching this one here, like this break and retest of the 5 minute opening range. We kind of came back for taking this 660. But look at this. I actually like this. I was kind of hesitating here because this is a lower high, right? I mean, but that's only on the 1 minute. If you were watching the 5 minute, I mean, this just look good. So this could be a really nice opportunity here. As you can see, reclaim, retest of the 1 minute opening range high, the 660 key level, reclaim of this 5 minute opening range high, and a few candles later, it started just to launch, right? Um, so if you were aiming just to high of the day, like here, this was a 1 to 2.4 risk reward rate to trade. I really like it. I really like it. I don't know what happened right here, 10:30. Do you know, guys, what is that candle? What happened on that candle? Any news? Trump, Elon Musk. Something happened here. Do you know? Uh, hey Paul, how are you? Hello. Evans, I took the break and retest pre-market high on SPY. This one here? Break. Oh, right here. My friend, I'm always telling you to wait. Yes, look at this. I'm sure you take the, yeah, 937 candle. Yeah, guys, especially for SPY and QQQ, you need to wait. You need to wait for some sort of direction. Uh, you should never be waiting for evidence, because you will be late all of the time, right? You will be late all of the time. But you should be looking at hints, and the more hints that you have, the better. I mean, don't wait for evidence, but at least wait for hints. And I think on the first 15 minutes for the indices, you never have like enough hints for taking a trade. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, Evans. But look what happened here, right? Like after coming from a huge pump on the pre-market, I mean, I completely understand what you tried here, like to anticipate the continuation of the move that actually happened later. But I just think that trying to guess direction on the first 10-15 minutes, it's not a good strategy. It's not a good strategy, right? So okay, Felipe. Oh, Palantir. All right, I'll go to Palantir later. Okay, and your second entry, SPY 1006, 1006, right here. You were trying like the break and retest of this area here. Well, I'm gonna show you guys that how this area has been super relevant the whole day. Okay. So I see what you tried here. I see what you tried here. It just failed. Yeah. So yeah. You tried something like this, right? Maybe something like this. That's what you tried. Exit 1013 right here. Yeah. You had a wider stop, right? Okay. High, yeah, to high of the day. Yeah. So yeah, well, I understand your play here, Felipe. Just unfortunate, but that's the thing, right? Like we are in all-time highs. We are watching these reactions on the key levels right here. Look at this rejection, 660.50. 660.50. So I don't know, like that's why I was waiting for like more information here. uh this is my entry. This is my entry here. I'm gonna explain what I did here. But this is my entry, and my entry is based on having more information, having more data about SPY, what is it doing, how is it reacting to key levels. So I'm gonna show you in a minute. So yeah, well, I understand what you try here. It's just unfortunate that, I mean, it just took you out. The one thing here is that this did not retested the 5 minute opening range. It was kind of close to this previous high of the day. So yeah, I don't know, like maybe waiting another candle. I mean, if you were waiting for the for the 5 minute opening range, it never retested. And actually, this entry here, it's kind of the reclaim of that, right? Like the retest of the 5 minute opening range, and then the reclaim of this previous high of the day. That's why I have this one here. Like maybe something like this. Maybe something like this. This is the reclaim of the 5 minute opening range, reclaim of this previous high of the day. I really like this. I think this will be something like the 84% rule of your play. So yeah, I mean, this is just unfortunate, right? This is just unfortunate. Sven, hello, Muhammad, hello, Ann, Tocayo. Muhammad, I had a big loss on Tesla today. Couldn't control my emotions. Entry outside your playbook in the live session. How long? It took a while, my friend. I mean, and it's different for everyone. Uh, I I just want to tell you, like, I mean, remember, especially if you are not trading full time, take it easy, right? Take it easy. Just try to develop your edge. Try to develop your playbook. Just as today, what pushed you to not follow your rules? What pushed you to take a trade outside your playbook? What pushed you to take decisions based on your emotions? So that's what you should be doing right now, Muhammad. And I mean, it took me like a year to be consistently profitable, maybe a little bit more, but the most important thing is that I was really focused on doing this. I already had a business that, like, that was my income, so I was not focused on making money. I was focused on like following a process, and it's different for everyone. I mean, if you are a stay-at-home dad, if you have a 9 to 5 job, if you are in a different situation than me, I mean, this is just reference. That's what it took for me, but it's not the same for everyone. My suggestion will be learn first and then risk money, right? But don't risk money before you already have like a consistency on your place. And when I say consistency on your place, it's not about the wins and losses. It's about consistency following your playbook and your edge. All right. Oh, I understand. Yeah, well, I mean, especially now, Muhammad, try to detach emotions from your decisions, because you don't need the money, my friend. You don't need the money, but don't make trading a drain for your funds, right? So if Tesla is something like really difficult for you, try with something less volatile. Just, try to stick to your playbook and to your rules, right? Well, let me continue here. Hello, Michelle. Uh, you said you hesitated 10:15. 10:15. 10:15. I did. Um. Yes, James. We will be looking at Google. Hello, Eileen. Hello, Felipe. Right. So, Michelle, did I say I hesitated on 10:15? 10:15, 10:15, right here. This one here. Yeah, well, just I'm not sure if I told you that, but what I will do what I will do here is that this first entry, I think this is the one that Felipe tried. Uh, I really understand what he did here. Like, he waited for the reaction on this candle on this previous high of the day. I really like this play. It just didn't work, right? So what are you doing here? Well, as you can see, market structure is intact, but right here, it's like you are being capped by this area, by this area. Let's say this, right? So you are rejecting this area, you are rejecting this area. So maybe you are more comfortable even taking your trade here on this next candle, all right, on this next candle. And this is kind of the 84% rule for this one. If you guys don't understand what the 84% rule, it's trying to simplify this, is if market structure is intact and your entry point and all of the conditions are the same a few minutes later than your first entry that didn't work, so you can have the same entry, same risk, and same targets, and 84% of the times it will work, right? That's the 84% rule. I've never done the math. I just learned this from our coaches, from Tony and Jack, and but I've seen that this works like really good most of the times, like 84% of the time, right? So I think that's kind of the simplified explanation of the 84% rule. Same conditions, market structure. So if this thing goes like to low of the day and then reclaims this, well, it's not the 84% rule anymore, right? But as you can see here, market structure is intact. It just came deeper for a deeper pullback, and then it started like, you know, like reclaiming the same area. So that's the 84% rule. So let me tell you what I did. Well, first, then you have this squeeze and then pull back to this 660.50. This is the 660.50 key level. And look how well it reacted, how well it held. So once you have a green candle here going higher above the previous candles, or at least above the previous red candles, let's say something like this. This is above all of these retesting candles. You can enter into your position here. Maybe you have a stop loss, something like this. And this to the next key level, 661, that's a 1 to 3 point something risk reward rate to trade. I like it, but right here I have an objection, and that's why I didn't take I didn't take this trade here. Let me explain. Right here, as you can see, we kind of rejected this high of the day. Yes, it went a little bit higher. Yes, it went a little bit higher, but it rejected the same key level, right? 660.70 or something like that. So I was like, oh well, I really like it. But I was like, what is gonna happen if it fails right here again? So I decided like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait because QQQ what was doing QQQ right here. Look at this. QQQ was also kind of rejecting high of the day right here. It was retesting 590 right here. Can you see here? 590. So I really like the play. It's just like right here, QQQ didn't retest at the high of the day. So QQQ was already creating a lower high. So I was kind of hesitant here. So context wise, I was like, oh well, I like it, but I'm gonna wait. And what did I wait? Well, I actually waited for the break and retest of this area here, of this, let's say this previous high of the day, something like this. So we had this break, retest, and I entered on this candle here, 1051. I entered this candle here, and well, I was actually looking for something like this, right? Like 661.50 or something like that. I was waiting for something like that. What happened here? And this was my break even. This was my break even trade. I took a high of the day. I took something else at the rejection of high of the day, and I took like most I closed my position when I was break even right here on this candle, 1107. Why? Because I was watching these rejections, right? I was watching these rejections. I was like, okay, well, I mean, this is not an obvious, well, this is an obvious rejection of a key level 661. So I decided like, okay, well, if it breaks again, I'm gonna take another play, right? That's the thing with me taking same day expiration contracts. I prefer to close my trade and take a second entry, right? So I know you have listened to me several times saying in options you want to be right or right out, right? So that's something that I learned in my first community. It was called Greystone. They with Andy. That's something that I learned right there, right? Like I mean, you want your trade, especially if they never trade like same day expiration. They always trade like 2 or 3 days out. But that's something that they used to say, like you want to be right or right out. So that's exactly what happened here. I took some high of the day. I took some more at high of the day again. And on their rejection, I just closed my trade right here. But because this was like just a small win, on this candle here, it went red for the contracts, and I ended with a break even. Like I made like $20 right here. So break even for me, break even for me. And then look at this. Then I was like, okay, well, maybe this move, SPY, it already had its exhaustion, right? So I was like, okay, well, I can take this one here. I can take this one here. So I was like, okay, well, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is kind of the neckline. So I was waiting for this retest right here, and I actually took this trade to the downside. I took this trade to the downside because I was like, okay, well, rejected 661. This area here, 660, 70, was kind of the support. I'm sorry, the resistance, then turn support, then turn into resistance again. So I took this trade here, and again I took some at this local low, and I was like, oh well, I think this is not working again because I already had this white bar, and this white bar was the first high of the day. So it was rejecting really well here, and I ended taking like 80% of my contracts right here, and I closed my position right here when 11:38 when this went break even. So this was my small win. Why I say my small win? Because contracts here were like 10-15% only. Like, so this was a small win for me. And while I was preparing this trade review with Neto, I was watching this, like, and I told Luke, hey Luke, are you watching this? Because I was sharing with Luke this trade here in the morning, and I was like, hey Luke, are you watching this? It's gonna happen, my friend. It's gonna happen because look at this. It's 1, 2, 3. This is the neckline. Break, retest, and it's gonna drop. And that's exactly what happened. I actually told him what I told you, Luke. I told you 659, right? Yeah, I think I told him like 659. Yeah, but look at this. I mean, these kind of drops, my friends. If you take this drop from 660.50 to 659.50, this is a 100% trade, same day expiration, right? So you should have a SPY channel on the Discord. You know what? I've been. Let me tell you something, DC, and guys, this is not a poll, but if you can give me your opinion, that will be perfect. I say 659.50. Look at this. All right. Well, it happened, right? So guys, this is a poll, but don't, I mean, just give me your opinion. I have been thinking on pushing this exercise of trades with Neto 1 hour later. Why? Because these kind of opportunities have been happening like many times on the week. SPY, QQQ, Nvidia, Tesla. There's a lot of moves like this. The how I call this setup, it's the break and retest of the support turn resistance flip zone, right? So for being honest, I stopped looking at trades around 11:30 just because I don't want to be in a trade while streaming, right? And but I've been missing moves like this. I've been missing moves like this. So guys, if you can type in the chat, my friends, if you are watching this as a recording, if you are watching this later on the live, please let me know your comments if you will be okay pushing this exercise, this trade review with Neto, to 2 p.m. Eastern instead of 1 p.m. Eastern. That it's, I know it's hard for some of you because some of you are, at lunchtime. For the ones that are on Central Time, maybe it's not a big deal. But for the guys at Pacific Time, it may be something. If you are watching from Asia or from Europe, I think it's still a good time. It's maybe bedtime. Asia is gonna be hard for my friends in Asia. But please let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat if you will be fine pushing 1 hour this exercise. I'm not taking a decision like tomorrow or something. I just want to know. I just want to understand our audience because I think these kind of moves, you like them and I like them more. So we are missing out on some of the moves because this is the time when the move is exhausted, right? When the move already happened, like the big banks, hedge funds, and like the big fishes on the investing industry, they already said like, okay, well, we already hit 660, 661. I'm done. I'm okay with this. So now the momentum is like shifting, right? Momentum starts to shift, and well, just look at these. I mean, this is exactly what I'm saying. Some of the moves start to happen like around 11:30, 12, and sometimes, just as I said, sometimes I don't feel comfortable taking these kind of trades because I don't want to be stuck in a trade while streaming, right? So think about it. You don't need to like answer today. We're not taking a decision today, tomorrow, or anytime soon. I just want to understand what works for most of the people here. All right. So, okay. So look at this. I mean, if you take this is a 100 and something percent. And these drops, I just love them. I just love them. All right. So let me go to the chat. I'm sorry. Okay. Look, 650, 950. That's what I told you. 650, 950. Look at this. Let me see. Let me see if I can. This is good. This is good evidence of things happening in real time. It will go to 569.50. Look at this. Wait for it. Like an hour ago, 40 minutes ago. All right. So yeah, this is the things that we are missing, guys. If we push, if we push this exercise, it will be dope. But let me know. Let me know what you think. Right. DC, you will be here all day. All right. Mohammed, you're okay. Thank you. Francine, thank you. Patrick, thank you. Shoki, thank you. Sina. No, my friend, you are the boss. I mean, you guys are the bosses. So I'll do whatever is better for most of the people. Thank you, Austin. Namosi. My friend, this is the time I'm stuck here in front of my chart. So don't worry about me. Chan, difficult for Asia. My friend, you don't even sleep, so I think it's gonna be the same for you. Thank you, Felipe. Where are you, Felipe? Colombia, right? You are in Colombia. Kiran, good. Gavi, she's in Mexico. She actually, I think Gavi prefers 1 hour later to meet her lunchtime. Tocayo, all right. Come on, Mohammed. We need more subscribers, my friend. Yeah, just now grab your wife's phone, subscribe with her account, your kid's account for school. Everyone, your dad, your mom, everyone should be subscribed to this channel. Thank you. Okay for me. All right. So most of the people is okay. All right. So I'm gonna think about it. Renato, South America. Where in South America, Renato? I think you already told me, but I just don't remember. You are in Uruguay, right? You're the one in Uruguay. So Colombia. Oh, another parcero. All right. Okay. Okay. And you don't sleep. Don't lie. Don't lie, please. Don't lie just for being here. All right. Okay, guys. Okay. 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 This is a very good question from Felipe. Neto, if we take trades 11 or noon, Greeks won't affect the trade. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Remember, the closer to the end of the day, the Greeks are moving faster. So probably it's a good idea. Probably it's a good idea to take next day expiration. If you are taking indices, right? If you're taking indices, probably it will be like a good idea uh, to take next day expiration. All right, guys. So, well, this is everything that I was watching on SPY. As you can see, some of the plays work, and others work halfway. Uh, as you can see, this setup is actually really good at all-time highs, because I mean, they can, but they never do it. Or remember, trading, nothing works all of the time, and everything works sometimes, right? But I think when in all-time highs is not like a vertical line. Never is a vertical line. So this is gonna happen very often. Guys, start watching at this setup. Like it's gonna have some continuation. It's gonna have some continuation. Then it's gonna have some consolidation, and suddenly, I mean, this happens all the time, right? Like it's gonna uh, run out of fuel. Some at some time of the day, this is just gonna fail, right? This is just gonna fail. And the good thing about this setup is that you have a clear trigger, right? You have a clear trigger. You need to see this support resistance flip zone to be retested. You don't want to be guessing the next move. You are waiting for the retest. So, all right. Okay, guys. So let's go to QQQ. I actually tried something like that on QQQ. But the first thing that I like on QQQ was that it was actually going higher, better than SPY. So we had this break and retest of 589. This move, I really like it, but that was just too early in the morning for me. 15 minutes for the indices is just not enough. But this was a really nice move. If you guys took this trade here, this was a perfect move. So what I tried here, you're gonna laugh about me, but that's fine. I mean, that's what I deserve. I was watching this and I was thinking like, okay, well, this is the end of this move because we have this kind of head and shoulder. This is not an actual head and shoulder, right? But let's say like it looks like a head and shoulder. So we had this break and retest of this resistance turn support, then turn resistance again, flip zone, and I was waiting for this move here, but it didn't happen. I entered right here on this 1024 candle. I entered on this 1024 candle, and I was waiting for some continuation, at least to the 5-minute opening range. So as you can see here, it will be a 1 to 2.5 risk reward rate to trade. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. But this just didn't work, and I was actually I was stop out next candle. So yeah, so that's everything that I was watching here. As you can see, I didn't dare to take another trade to the upside on QQQ because all of the rejections right here, 590.50. But once you broke 590.50, what happened? Key level to key level. Can you see here? It from 590.50 to 591, and well, that's how you play, guys. That's how you play all-time highs. I mean, if you know how to use like the Fibonacci's, that's fine. I don't know how to do it, so this is what I do. And when I talk about the exhaustion, look at this. Do you see this break, retest, continuation? This is what I mean with exhaustion, right? And the one key level that is actually being broken, it's this 590.50, right? So you actually had your break and retest right here. You had your break and retest right here. Is it too late? Yeah, probably it's too late. I mean, I would like to have this one like here between 11 and noon. But yeah. Johnny, do you recommend I watch my trade play out on the 5-minute for less emotion? It depends, my friend. If your edge, if your playbook is on the 5-minute on the 5-minute chart, yes. But if you are trading the 1-minute chart, but you want to manage your risk on the 5-minute, it's gonna be kind of hard. All right. So, I mean, you need to understand your playbook. All right. What I do recommend is if you are taking indices, or even if you are taking tech names later than 11 in the morning, your plays should be based on the 5-minute chart and not on the 1-minute chart. But that's just a recommendation. Sometimes not even me follow that. Basil, you took QQQ to 1020 here. What were you trying, Basil? Calls, puts? Where was your stop loss? What was your target? Can you tell me, guys? If puts, you were trying puts here. Yeah, that's something like what I tried, right? Did you actually took something on the way down? I couldn't. I mean, this reversed like really fast for me. Stop loss just above the key level. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so your play is kind of this same thing, just like here, right? Something like that. Thank you, Basil. Okay. DC, I want to be good at trading SPY so bad. You know what? The real challenge, DC here is that you don't have context. I was watching SPY this morning, and everything was turning red, and SPY was just climbing higher. I don't know. So it's just you need a broader reference, a broader context, and yeah. So sometimes I it's like just it has its own life, right? Francine, you took NQ 1006, something like here. I like it. This is 1006. Yeah. Stop loss here. You were like high of the day. Yeah, high of the day was almost 1 to 2 risk reward. You were stop out 1012. Yep. I see what you tried here. That was a nice play, Francine. You were trying this one here, like the break and retest of this previous high of the day. Good, 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 good. All right, guys. Okay, so let me go here. AMD. AMD. Well, I was watching this bull flag. Is it a bull flag? Triangle? Something like that. Yeah. So I was watching this. I like this breakdown retest of this 159. Let me see. What 59? Where is this 159 coming from? Previous low. Well, can you see 159 support resistance several times? So it was a good idea, this break and retest of this 159. And look at this. For me, probably, I mean, this actually worked like really well to 158, right? 158. But for me, can you see this area here? Can you see this area here? This is a huge range we have been forming. Like, let me use the 4-hour chart. Okay. What did we say? 158. So something like that here. Okay. So yeah, so I will be waiting for these to actually break, but it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. But I like this idea here of this break retest 159 all the way to this area here. But this area here has been demand. Can you see here? It has been a huge demand zone for weeks or even months now, right? Look at this. Okay, so that was the one play that I like for AMD. Nothing else like me later. Nothing else like me later. All these were inside of the 5-minute opening range. No real edge right here. So let me go here. Amazon. I was liking this Amazon play. Break and retest previous day high. Break and retest previous day high. Actually came back, reclaimed, came back again. This is not a perfect retest of the previous day high, but you understand this idea, right? Like, this is the previous day high, so this break and retest, everything above previous day high, I like for continuation. Everything above previous day high, I like for continuation. So if you actually follow something like this, look at this. This candle here, look, this candle here, right here to the bodies of these highs, it was a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio trade. But if you were holding these to pre-market high, because they're, well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, come on, where? Ah, right here. It's not working. Well, let me. I was watching this here. What's going on? Ah, right there. I was watching this one here, right? Like, so that's why I don't like it too much. like this channel here, I mean, yes, it's actually a nice flag, a bull flag here, but I mean, you don't have anything here to say, okay, well, I'm closing my position, especially if here you were 1 to 4 risk reward. So maybe you are even here, maybe you are like in runners here. Maybe you are in runners here. This is the one that you took, Alex, the break and retest of the 1 minute opening range high. Taking calls right here. Yeah, I see what you tried here. I see what you tried here. Okay. Well, this is the one play that I like. Once you broke the 5 minute opening range high of the day, there's actually not a single entry point here. I mean, nothing here. Nothing here. Even if you say like, oh well, Neto, maybe this was your order block. Nah, this was not an order block. Right? So yeah, I think after this squeeze, there were never like a good entry point. Maybe like this, but it was just too late. For tech names, I don't like to trade tech names after 10:45. I mean, at least taking an entry after 10:45, but that's just me. Okay, well, this is Nvidia, guys. What's going on here? I don't know what happened to my chart that suddenly on the weekend some of my some of my charts just changed the colors, and I don't know. I will need to read you my charts this week. All right. So this was what I was watching here. What is this? Okay. Look at this. This is exactly what I was watching. And it's not out of context. This is like the break and retest of this neckline, but it's also below this 1 minute opening range, also below this this opening price. So I like this. The one thing that I didn't like is this demand zone, right? Let me show you here. Is it hard to see on the 4 hour? Let's see the 1 hour. I think it's easier on the 4 hour. Can you see this resistance turn support area? Resistance, support. Now support again. So that was the only thing here, but it was worth the shot because we have this huge gap from past week. So it was worth the shot, just didn't have continuation. But look at this. If you had this break and retest of this neckline here, let's say, yeah, something like that, like this neckline here, rejection of this 175 something, like rejecting the edge of the gap. Like, look, I just don't want you to say like, oh, Neto's, making things, right? No, it's below opening price. It's below the edge of the daily gap. It's I'm sorry, the gap on the daily chart. It's below the 1 minute opening range, and you have clear objectives. The first objective is your low of the day, but also your demand zone, and also look at this huge gap all the way to 171. So there were a lot of confluences to say like, okay, well, what is going to happen with Nvidia? The one thing here is, look at this, 1007. What was happening with the indices? QQQ, high of the day. SPY, bouncing off the 5 minute opening range. So They were like really bullish, but look at this relative weakness, right? Look at this relative weakness going going down on key levels, going down on the gap of the daily chart, going down below the opening price. So that's why I say like, oh well, this might be something for you. But well, it actually went all the way to here to this low of the day. It was a 1 to 2 point something like here. Okay. Look at this. This was a 1 to 3.2 risk reward ratio trade. So this trade was a good trade. 5 minute trade, 5 minute trade, 1 to 3 risk reward. That's amazing. Anyone took something on Nvidia? Okay, Francine took 944. You were taking calls, right? 944 here. Okay. You had okay, you were taking puts. Why, Francine? When when you look at this, Francine. This is the 5 minute chart. This is the 5 minute chart. And look at the pre-market. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Yes, I know we had this huge drop on the first candle. But after that, look at this. Market structure was super clear for, I think, for going higher. Just what, just, just like it's actually doing right now. So I'm not sure where is this bearish but it had bearish news today. Got stop out. Okay. Gabby, you took this trade on Nvidia? Yeah, I mean, remember, Francine, it's I don't try. That was a very good trade, Gabby. Congratulations. I don't try to set like my whole trading thesis on the pre-market, but sometimes it's like it's a nice story, right? It's a nice story here. It's actually telling you what it's actually doing. I know this drop on the morning on the first candles of the morning, it's telling you something different. But after, look at this, after 5 in the morning, everything started like climbing up, climbing higher. So yeah, I mean, again, if you have if you have different signals between your pre-market candles, your news, your higher time frame thesis, you wait, right? You wait for more information. You wait for more information. Look at this, Francine. For example, if you have waited here, I mean, you have these liquidity sweeps, right? Like it came back to this demand, it broke this supply. What is this supply? Yeah, it came, retested this demand, it broke this supply, and now it's on a different range, right? Can you see here, guys? I don't know what happened to my charts. That's why I like them. All right. So you are on a new range, on a higher range, right? But this is something that, I mean, I can say it was expected because this candle, it's like, I don't know what is this candle doing, but I mean, it was not super bearish, like to say like, oh well, I'm just trading bearish here. I mean, this opportunity here, it's because the gap, but well, I don't know. Okay, look, you were interested. You were looking this break of the 5 minute. Okay, okay. Um, anyone else took something on Nvidia today? Look at this squeeze. This is just crazy, right? I mean, once you figure out that the gap is not gonna be filled today because it's rejecting this demand, okay, well, look at this squeeze, but now it's not giving you a single entry point to say like, okay, well, let me take advantage of this. Nothing. It's nothing. Not a single entry point right here. All right, Francine. Yeah. All right. Let's move to Tesla, guys. What are you watching here in Tesla? Well, first I have something to say because I could say like, oh well, this break and retest of the 5 minute opening range. Let's say that you are right here, something like that. I mean, these fail, right? These fail. Let's say that you use the 84% rule right here. This actually went well. But the one thing here is like, look at this. I mean, this is coming from 397. Yeah, 397 on the pre-market low, and open at 423. Right. So, guys, you are crazy if you were trying to short Tesla today. Yeah, I just don't think that, like shorting Tesla today was a great idea. I know this might look like, okay, well, this, there's something here. It's just I don't see I don't see a single reason of shorting Tesla today, right? Because if by any chance it had some small little continuation from the last Friday move, you will be cooked right here, right? You will be cooked right here. So Tesla, I think it's gonna consolidate for a few days, probably from here to Wednesday. Wednesday we have FOMC, I think. Let me go see the economic calendar. What do we have on Wednesday? Federal funds rate, FOMC statement, and that's it. Well, tomorrow, look at this. Tomorrow we will have the retail sales, and yeah, the retail sales. Guys, if you are watching Amazon, if you are watching Walmart, if you are watching Target, if you are watching all of these retail uh, stocks, tomorrow is a huge day. All right, tomorrow is a huge day. So wait for that data to drop and see what happens with Amazon. Right, that this is one of the best data for Amazon, Walmart, Costco, Target, all these retail giants. Tomorrow they have a big day, so watch for that, right? Okay, so yeah, no one took Tesla today. I'm not sure if I was reading well, but on the Scarface community, the team tried something on Tesla today. Did we try something on Tesla today? She was too pricey. Yeah, just imagine the IV, right? I mean, it closed from 380 and opened 420, like 10%. Yeah, the IV should be like skyrocketing. Basinga, Kevin, you took Tesla. What you tried here on Tesla? What did you try here? They kept trying long. Yeah. Double bottom trade. So you took calls somewhere around here. That was really nice, my friend. Where? Like like maybe here 1039, 1040, something like here. Yeah, tell me the whole story. I want to understand what you tried to do here. Guys, I'm reading the chat like here. I have my screen right here, but I have the laptop right here. 1036. All right. 1036. Oh my. You have, brother, you have steel balls. You have steel balls. Look at this. Let me explain why. Let me explain why. Let's imagine that this is like a local low, right? This is a local low, and you try to squeeze it, but you failed. But it failed. So 1036 is 1036 right here. You are, look at this. You are right here on this area. Right here in this area. So if I'm not saying that I will, but if I will try something here, I will wait it for something like 1044. Yeah, exactly. That could be in a bear flag right here. Like this is the post, and this is the flag. So yeah, I will be scared as hell about taking something to the upside here. But that was a nice play. I understand what you try here. Actually, your risk was super clear right here, and the IV was completely cooled down, right? Because after this move, you killed the IV. So right here, I guess you took like a really cheap contracts, right? What did you try here? Come on, Kevin, tell me the whole story. I took 420 calls. My risk was at low of the day. I was targeting the opening price. What you try here? This is an amazing play, my friend. I mean, 1036. Again, I will never try something like this on Tesla, but I completely understand what you try here, because this was creating a higher low right here. I mean, again, I understand this higher low because you already had a double bottom here. So this, you may trust a higher low right here. That was great. That is exactly there. Okay. Okay. Good trade right there. What's going on with Tesla? Oof. Elon Musk sneezed. Well, I don't know what's going on. It's going back to 300. I don't know. I mean, the fair value gap that it created over the weekend, I think it's, yeah. Elon buying shares, trying to be richest man again. I think he's back to be the richest guy. Head and shoulders play on Tesla 1115. 1115. 1115 central. $1 billion. Yeah, well, maybe. Oh yeah. Now I see what you're trying to say. Like this one here. Something like that. Something like that, Basil. Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe, but look at this. I will trust more this key level. This is the actual neckline. Can you see? I mean, I know this came lower, but this is the actual uh, support resistance flip zone. So now that you are retesting here and you are rejecting, now I will believe like, okay, well, maybe this is gonna drop. So this is the tricky thing with this setup, right? This is the tricky thing with this setup, that you need to understand your risk, because the retest zone sometimes is not that clear, right? So sometimes it's not that clear. So you need to understand like, okay, well, is this my retest zone or is this my retest zone? Okay, can you see you have support here, but then it was turn resistance here, but it happened kind of the same here, right? It was support, resistance, then you broke. So I mean, you need to be playing with your key levels, but I mean, this look at this. This is the kind of play that pays huge, right? So yeah, all right. So I don't know what's going on with Tesla. Maybe Tony is just unloading some of his position. He may, yeah, he had a huge win. I'm not sure if you guys are following him on social media. Sometimes he shares like really valuable. I mean, most of the times he shares really valuable things. If you are like me, I'm not very much into like supercars and this kind of stuff, but when he's sharing like mindset and reasoning behind his plays, he's dropping gems right there on all the social media handles. So yeah, he's selling his shares, right? Like probably that's the drop. Yeah, he made like $1 million just with one play. It's amazing. This guy, he really knows his thing. All right, so let's go. What is this? This is Microsoft. I think nobody cares about Microsoft here. Palantir. Some of you guys were asking about Palantir. Can you? Okay, so this is your time again. Please type on the chat again what you were trying on Palantir, because now we have a lot of messages. Okay, let me take a look to this. Renato, you took calls Palantir 950, 950, 950 right here. Break and retest, 5-minute opening range. That's an immediate retest. That's probably why it failed, Renato. 70% at pre-market high. Well, that was a super quick play. It was even for me. Oh, wait. Good. Okay. Another play on Palantir, guys. Who were asking about Palantir? I'm sorry, I need to go back to the chat. Francine, decision is until Wednesday. What I think is gonna happen? Well, I think we are gonna be consolidating from here to decision. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be very patient and selective with my setups. I'm gonna this week I'm just trading SPY and QQQ same day expiration with this support, turn resistance, flip zone, break and retest. That's kind of a challenge I have with Luke. Luke is being my accountability buddy for the week. That's the only thing I'm gonna trade, because probably it's gonna be like a scalper's paradise this week until FOMC decision. Why? Because I mean, most of the investors will be waiting, just chilling. I think most of the everything is already priced, right? Like there are a few analysts saying like they can drop like 50 base points. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be like 25 only. A dovish move will give some air to the Fed. So I think everyone has price 25 ppm. But if something else happened, that could give a lot of volatility. But I think everyone will be waiting, just chilling until Wednesday afternoon. So if you don't see like a clear setup, just be very selective, Francine. Be very selective. What car do I drive? Model X, 2025 Tesla Model X. Um, and we also have like a Toyota Sienna for traveling to Mexico, because it's not because we travel like more comfortable. It's because it has Mexican plates, and we don't need to, there there there's a, yeah, that's a long story. But I drive a Tesla Model X. I love my Tesla. I love my Tesla because I don't even drive. I have the full self drive feature, and I don't drive. For being honest, like 95% of my miles are with the FSD. I don't even like to drive anymore because of my Tesla. I enjoy the ride. I just don't like, to take the wheel and do the stuff. All right. Well, that was Palantir. Not sure if anyone had a different play on Palantir. Yeah, Kevin, if you ever have a chance to test a Tesla, you are gonna fall in love, my friend. You're gonna fall in love because the Teslas. I mean, they are not only like good looking cars. They they have like a crazy acceleration. The interiors are like crazy nice, but brother, they drive by themselves. You don't do anything. Like you just click on the screen the address that you want to go, and it starts driving by itself. So I just love it. I just love it. All right, I only do day trading right now. Okay, Apple. I know, guys, you don't like Apple, but look at this. Very nice trades here. Break and retest of this previous local high. Break, retest, come, you enter here, you go to the next key level, today's opening price, and it actually went all the way to this area here. This is Apple. This is Apple. What is this area here? I don't remember very well why I have this area here, but as you can see, it's kind of a range, right? Like, so once we break this range, dude, I mean, we are in all-time highs search. We are in all-time high search for sure. So let's see what happens with Apple on the next days. Remember tomorrow what we just said. I don't know, like if the retail sales is gonna, like affect Apple stock. But well, let's see. Let's see what happens. All right. So this was the only play that I like for Apple. As again, I try to be like really clear with the kind of setups that I am watching here. So after this consolidation, it squeezes, come back, retest this order block right here. Retest the order block, come back, breaks this local high, retest, and continuation. So that's what I was watching on Apple. Again, I don't trade Apple anymore, but I know some of you do, so that's why I have this one here. Google, someone told that they were doing something on Google. Google. I'm sorry. I think I skipped this question. R M RMRP. Uh, welcome. I don't remember you, but he asked, or she asked. I don't know. How would you pick from Tesla, Google, Palantir, AMD, Nvidia, Microsoft if I have to pick only two? I will go on the pre-market to the 4-hour chart and will try to choose the two that look like clearer on the momentum, right? If you see they are just consolidating, I will set an alert or an alarm on your charts and wait for. I will stick to the two that look like they are having some momentum. Um, Hugo Tran, took small size to practice, but I made money on my main trade, Google, today. I normally trade Tesla, but those cons were way to use and had to be, yeah. Hugo, what you tried on Google? If you can share with us. I don't see anyone else that took Google. Namosi. Oh well, Basil, you took 247.5 break and retest. 247.5 break and retest. That's a nice one. Actually, that's a really nice one. Something like here. 247.50. Why it's important, guys? Strike number, right? So strike number, strike number. I really like this. What was going on with the indices at this time? Both of them at high of the day. I really like it. I really like it. That was good. Namosi, I enter Google 953. Look at this. I think this is kind of the same play, right? 953, something like here. Risk at the bottom of these. And you were looking at least high of the day. It was a 1 to 3 reward ratio trade. And this actually worked really nice. Come to Google today. Reclaim. Look, yeah, well, something like this, right? Something like this. Let's say something like this. I really like it. I really, really like it. 1 to 3 reward. I mean, even if you tried, you couldn't stop this. So this was at least a 1 to 4 risk reward rate to trade. That was a very good. That was a very, very good trade. Your Namosi, your first scale was 10.05. Good. Selling into strength. Good. And waited until the first red candle, 10.07. Good. And everything else, 10.27. Something like this. Oh, well. That was a perfect execution. Congratulations. Congratulations, Namosi. Hey, James. Good job here. I think it was something like this, right? What was your risk and your targets, James? If you don't mind to share. This was a really nice trade, guys. This was a really nice trade. Congratulations. And look at this. It was above previous day high, pre-market pushing higher. Good job here, guys. Good job. Target were 2R on high of the day. So 2R, something like here. Look at this, 250. Let's say 250. Good. And high of the day. Yeah. Congratulations, James. Nice execution. Risk was bottom of the impulsive candle break. Like, okay. Oh, so you actually had like a way better risk reward. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Okay, guys. So I think that was all for today. Thank you very much. If you have time, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I have something else. Not sure if you remember, not sure if you were here around on Friday, but on the description of the video and the description of the channel, there is my website. guys, I have a gift for you. You just click on the link, go to my website, and there's a section called resources. There's a free performance checklist for your daily journey. Go for it, use it. If you have any questions about how to use it, I think it's like really simple, but if you have any questions about how to use it, just come here, let me know on the chat of the videos, or leave a comment on the channel, or if you want to, just you can always send me an email. So guys, thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.